So in this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to recreate the skeleton clown look. So I was on Instagram, I went on the Instagram homepage, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with Instagram homepages. They like to put things in your newsfeed that are relevant to people you follow and what you search. And this popped up in there, and it is a picture, a drawing by Zzzatu, and I clicked it because I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. I really like it, like a skeleton clown. It looked awesome. And I clicked it and found out that it was a drawing that Zzzatu did of Zombiemannequin. So I really wanted to recreate the look, and I did a more girly version of it. I didn't want to carbon copy his look because it is his look. So yeah, this is totally inspired by him, so you guys should check him out because he's awesome, and go show him some support for, you know, the inspiration behind this look. So the question for this video, I want to know, do you guys have your costumes picked out? I have my costume. It's going to be the tutorial I put out before. This is the ripped face mask. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to try not to go out in public too much with it because I'm pretty sure I'm going to scare a lot of people with this. So I'll try to be in my car mainly without like trying to scare people. So let me know in the comments below what you plan on being. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not subscribed. And now let's begin the tutorial.
First things first, as usual, use a white or nude eyeliner pencil to roughly draw on the main features of your look. You do this to help cut down on errors later on when you're painting. It just gives you an idea of where to place your paint. I drew on the outline of the skull, eyes, triangles below and above my eyes, a little clown nose, lips, and bones on the neck. Now take a white body paint and start painting your skeleton white. Honestly, skull, bones aren't really this white, it's more of an off-white, but obviously the more popular color to paint your skull is white, and it's more simple than trying to mix the exact tone of bone. But honestly, if you do that, it will look so much more badass than this look. It will look so cool. Make sure you bring the paint down onto any exposed skin. So you want to paint your neck if it's exposed, your hands. You can paint your feet, but you know what? More than likely where you're going to be, it's going to be cold, I guess, unless you live in California, but anyways, or the West Coast. But I live in Chicago. More than likely it's going to be cold, so I probably would wear leggings if I decided to wear this look out in public. To paint the nose, I chose a red paint. I'm using water-activated paints, which have longer lasting staying power than cream paints, and the brushes I'm using are a mixture of Major Look by Lex and Royal Lang nickel brushes. For the eye designs, the first color I chose to use was pink. I painted one top and one bottom triangle with the pink paint, and then I used it to paint the lips on. I chose to paint small little plumpy lips above the teeth to look more clownish and girly. I then used a light purple paint to paint the other triangles. And then I added two circles above each design, one below and one above, and I just used purple and pink to do that. Use a black paint to define and outline the skull and features. Draw on angry looking brows by following your natural brow bone and then curving it in toward the brow, if that makes sense. If you want to draw more sadder looking brows, you're going to droop it toward the inner corner of the brows. If you want the brows to look more surprised, you bring it up at the outer corner of where the brow is. It's all up to you again. That's the nice thing about tutorials. You don't have to do exactly what I do, but it can help give you an idea, and then you can take it from there. After that, you're going to fill in the eyes and make sure you don't paint over where you want your eye to be if you're not going to be wearing contacts. Make sure you use the black paint to hide your lashes, outline the triangles, circles, and lips, and then fill in all the negative spaces around the skull with the black paint. Define the bones around the skull and paint on cracks. When you're painting the cracks, use a light hand. What that means is let the paintbrush barely touch your skin so it's a nice thin crack. Paint cracks all around the skull, and then you can move on to painting the teeth. Make sure you add the bone structure to the teeth. I think that's what really makes skull makeup look awesome to me. That's my opinion. It's just like when you add that bone structure where each tooth is. If you painted your neck, you want to make sure you add cracks to that area as well, and you define like the throat a little bit more. Now it's time to paint your eyes. I don't wear contacts like I said, so I like to paint eyes on. I usually go with just white because it looks more realistic than painting on an actual pupil. Lots of times when you see people paint pupils on, they Photoshop the hoo-ha out of it so it looks cool, but in person it kind of looks a little bit funny. So that's why I usually just go with white. If you're painting cartoony looking eyes, it's like, in my opinion, it looks cool, but when you're painting eyes that you want to look more realistic, it just, for me, it just never comes out right, so I prefer to just paint it all white. This step is important to the look, shading and highlighting. Both things add a lot of depth to your painting. I used a black eyeshadow to shade around the skull. You want to shade especially near the cheekbones and the jawbone and the teeth. Like, you really want to shade around there, and you don't want to shade around every crack because if you do, it's going to make the crack look too big, but you just want to really make sure you shade around those areas I said because it makes it like look really cool, you know. It takes it from looking, hey, that's pretty cool, to whoa, look at that. And then you want to make sure you highlight as well, and you're going to use your white paint to do this, and you just add little paint strokes around the triangle, nose, and lips. Moving on to the rest of the body, you want to paint your ears black because there's no bones on the outer part of your ear. Paint around the neck bone black as well. I'm going to be painting on a clown collar. Now if you wear this out for Halloween, chances you will be painting this on are pretty low, I'm assuming, because you're going to freeze your butt off, like, I guess, unless you're wearing a tube top. But anyways, this part is really simple to do if you want to do it. Use the black paint to paint the outline of the collar, and then you make sure you paint some ruffles on. Then fill it in with the white paint. Use the colors you used on the triangles to create circles around the collar, and then use the black paint to outline the circles. That's really it. It's really simple. So that's it for the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Make sure you check out Zombiemannequin and Zzzatu. I think I'm saying it right. I really hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. This is one of my favorites. I'll see you guys in my next tutorial, and I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. So if you like the video, again, don't forget